Robin Guy welcomes you back to his latest episode of Bus Parliament. I'm your host, Prabhjot Singh, and I will continue from where I left in the last episode. You got it right. I'm going to talk about Canadian politics once again. But before I do that, remember to click on bell icon so that you get automatically subscribed to all the latest episodes of Probing Eye as well as Bus 1 Minute. Over to Canadian politics. When I talk of politics, at times I try to compare Indian political system with Canadian political system. And over the years, I find that there is hardly any difference. If in India people criticize dynastic politics, it is happening in Canada as well. You know Pierre Trudeau and his son Justin Trudeau, both prime ministers. And in one of my previous episodes, I talked about the longest serving East Indian MP, Deepak Oberoi. He came from East Africa and had 7 terms in House of Commons. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple of years ago. And now, when the elections are due in April, his daughter, Preeti Oberoi, has decided to jump into fray. She'll fight from the same riding from where her father used to contest. But she has put her balls in Liberals' basket. All her balls are in Liberals' basket. She will contest as a Liberal candidate. And though she had her grooming in politics and she worked under her father's guidance for a long time, then she had a sabbatical. She went to Indonesia, she went to Malaysia, stayed there for a couple of years. Now she's back and she has decided to join the political mainstream, though she is a qualified journalist. And Preeti will be a torchbearer for the East African Indian community. Not only that, there are others who have their seniors, their fathers, their forefathers in politics, and now they have taken to politics. I'm also impressed by another politician of East Indian origin. He has risen from like when he moved to Canada, he used to drive a bus. Then he became a councillor. Then he became an MP. He became a cabinet minister in Justin Trudeau's government. Then he decided to be a mayor. He is currently mayor of Edmonton. And now he has decided to contest again. He is Amarjit Sohi. Though he may contest again as mayor of Edmonton, but this time he has put his stakes for a seat in House of Commons. So he'll be back into politics. So this is how politics has been developing over the years. There are elements of dynastic politics. There are elements of people changing streams of their political arena, like Amarjit Sohi did. A few others, they also tried their hand at mayor level politics. Some tried their hands at provincial level politics. Param Gill, for example, he was an MP in Stephen Harper's government, and he was also a parliamentary secretary or even a minister of state. Then he decided to go for provincial politics. He became an MPP, and he also was on the Council of Ministers of Doug Ford for a while. He has now decided to go back to federal politics. He is contesting again. So this is how some of the politicians they keep on changing their strategies and their line of action. This election has been a very, very different and exciting experience for the East Indian community. Never before so many people got enthused and excited about contesting the federal elections. This time, the number of candidates of East Indian origin may even touch a century mark. 100 candidates of Indian origin? Unbelievable, but it is going to happen. Three main parties, for example, the ruling Liberals, the main opposition party, the Conservatives, as well as the fourth largest party, New Democratic Party, put together are putting up more than 75 candidates. Then there are a number of candidates who are representing Green Party. Then, also, of course, there are independents as well. There are a few other parties on the horizon. They are again putting their hopes on candidates of East Indian origin. But interestingly, some candidates may not be there as they have been dominating political horizon for a long time. As I mentioned earlier, Ajit Singh Sarjan, he was a minister in Justin Trudeau's government. Arif Irani, he was also a minister in Justin Trudeau's government. They are not contesting, but number of new faces are there. They are both old and young people. If Gurbakh Sani is in his 50s or early 60s, then there are number of youngsters, including Emmy Gill. She is also contesting from British Columbia. So other parties also, conservatives have also thrown up a number of new faces, especially of East Indian origin. It's the first time that number of candidates of East Indian origin in the conservative list is well past 30 mark. So is the case with liberals. Liberals are also putting their hopes on East Indian community quite a lot, thinking though East Indian community people, they total less than 2% of total Canadian population. And in the last House of Commons, they their number was around 20. This time, will this number go up? And still, as the lists are being finalized, as the candidates are being finalized, and the parties are also taking no chances, neither the Liberals nor the Conservatives. Even the NDP, which never had more than 4 or 5 candidates in previous elections, are putting up more than 15 candidates in this election. So all hopes on East Indian community, and hopefully the community wants to do well and assert itself as a major political force in Canadian politics. So more about them in the coming episodes. Stay tuned and keep watching Probing Eye and Bus 1 Minute.